He said it was just a goodbye dinner. One final meal. One last conversation before they both moved on. But in Genoa City, goodbye dinners don't end quietly. They expose things. They reopen wounds. And sometimes they make it impossible to walk away. Billy Abbott tells himself this is mature, responsible, healthy. He calls it closure. But closure isn't what he wants. He wants another chance. He wants Sally Spectra back. And he's convinced that if he can just get her to sit across from him long enough, he can make her remember why they worked. Across town, Sally stands in front of her mirror before leaving. She adjusts her jacket, smooths her hair, takes a breath. This is just dinner. She repeats it like a mantra. Just dinner. She agreed because she didn't want bitterness. She didn't want unfinished business hanging between them. She wants peace. But even as she grabs her purse, she knows something dangerous is walking into that restaurant with her. History. Audra Charles sees it too. She warned Sally earlier. Billy doesn't give up easily. He persuades. He pressures. He reframes reality until it sounds hopeful again. Don't underestimate him, Audra told her. Sally insisted she wouldn't. But confidence feels different before the first eye contact. The restaurant lighting is soft. Warm. Too warm. Billy stands when she arrives. That familiar half smile. The one that once disarmed her completely. For a split second the past flickers. He pulls out her chair. Gentle. Attentive. Like the version of himself she fell for. They start safe. Work updates. Surface level comments. Neutral territory. But the quiet between sentences is heavier than the words themselves. Billy studies her carefully. He notices everything. The way she keeps her posture straight. The way she doesn't linger in his eyes. The way she's measured. Guarded. He leans back. So Spectra Charles media. She nods. Proud. Calm. He forces a smile. That's big. It is. There's tension under the politeness. Because her success doesn't include him anymore. And that stings. He changes direction. Brings up a memory. A night they laughed until sunrise. A private joke no one else understood. She smiles despite herself. It's reflex. Billy sees it instantly. Hope ignites. You remember, he says softly. Of course she remembers. That's what makes this difficult. The good wasn't fake. The connection wasn't imaginary. But neither were the fights. The instability. The emotional whiplash. Sally straightens. We had good moments, she says gently. But good moments don't fix everything. There it is. It's the boundary. Billy's jaw tightens almost invisibly. People change, he counters. We changed too. He's not saying goodbye. He's campaigning. And now it's obvious. Sally exhales slowly. She expected this. She just hoped it wouldn't feel this intense. He tells her he still cares. That walking away wasn't easy. That maybe they gave up too soon. Sally listens. She doesn't interrupt. But when he finishes, her voice stays steady. Caring isn't enough. Silence. He doesn't like that answer. He presses harder. Are you really happier without me? The question isn't casual. It's loaded. Because happiness is complicated. But she doesn't hesitate. Yes. The word is calm. But it lands heavy. Billy laughs softly. Not amused. Defensive. So I was just chaos, right? That's not what I said. But it's what you meant. And suddenly the air changes. This isn't nostalgia anymore. It's confrontation. Sally's composure cracks slightly. You don't get to rewrite what happened, she tells him. You pushed me away when it mattered. Billy's eyes flash. I fought for us. And you sabotaged us, she replies. The truth hurts. Because it's accurate. Billy hates losing. He hates feeling dismissed. And rejection feels like dismissal. He shifts tactics. Softer now. Almost vulnerable. I miss you. That lands differently. Because she misses parts of him too. But she doesn't miss the instability. She doesn't miss the emotional roller coaster. I can't build a life on hope that you won't self-destruct again. That's the real issue. Not love. Trust. Consistency. Security. Billy hears it. But instead of absorbing it, he resents it. You're afraid of intensity, he says quietly. No, she answers. I'm tired of chaos. The table feels smaller now. Closer. Tenser. This isn't closure. This is proof they still trigger each other. By the time the check arrives, warmth is gone. Billy stands. Holds her gaze longer than necessary. This doesn't feel finished. For you, she replies gently. But it is. She walks out first. Billy remains standing for a moment. Watching. Processing. And somewhere behind his eyes, acceptance hasn't happened. This isn't over for him. Across town, tension of a different kind simmers. Nick Newman isn't thinking about romance. He's thinking about risk. Matlock is still out there. Legally free. Untouchable by the police. Which means someone else has to move first. Nick decides that someone is him. He meets Victoria privately. Explains the outline. Leak controlled informations. Appear vulnerable. Make Matt think he has the advantage. Victoria doesn't love it. What if this backfires? It won't, Nick says quickly. But his confidence isn't certainty. It's determination. Sharon offers to help. Nick refuses. If someone stands in Matt's crosshairs, it'll be him alone. The plan is calculated. Strategic. But desperation changes people. And Matt has proven he escalates. Nick understands the danger. He just believes doing nothing is worse. Meanwhile, Lauren Fenmore Baldwin considers a different gamble. Phyllis offered her opportunity. Alignment. Influence inside Newman Enterprises. It's tempting. But Michael warns her clearly. Victor doesn't forgive easily. Especially when he feels betrayed. Lauren weighs ambition against safety. Power against peace. She hasn't decided yet. But the thought lingers. And in Genoa City, lingering thoughts often become dangerous decisions. Back at the restaurant parking lot, Sally pauses before unlocking her car. She expected to feel relief. Instead, she feels heavy. Because walking away from someone you once loved isn't triumph. It's grief. Billy remains inside a moment longer. He replays every word. Every boundary. Every rejection. He doesn't look defeated. He looks challenged. And that may be the bigger problems. Because Billy doesn't accept finality easily. Nick prepares his trap. Lauren considers her move. Billy refuses to let go. Three tensions building quietly. And in Genoa City, quiet pressure always leads to something louder. So here's the question. Did Sally truly close that chapter tonight? Or did she just make Billy more determined to rewrite it? Will Nick's calculated risk expose Matt? Or drag him into deeper dangers? And if Lauren sides with Phyllis? How long before Victor reminds everyone exactly how he handles betrayal? Because sometimes goodbye dinners don't end relationships. They ignite new wars. And not all wars are fought in boardrooms. Some begin with a single word. Goodbyes.